In the heart of Karachi, where the air thrummed with the chaotic symphony of evening traffic and the echo of distant azan, a woman named Zara moved through her apartment with quiet anticipation. Tonight marked 8 years since she'd married Ali, a quiet yet steady milestone in the life they'd built together. The apartment, nestled in one of the city's older neighborhoods, flickered with the soft glow of candlelight, each flame casting long shadows on the walls and releasing the sweet scent of jasmine. She had arranged everything meticulously, wanting the evening to be perfect. On the dining table, she had laid out the dishes Ali loved most: biryani infused with saffron and spices, tender kebabs still warm from the grill, and a bowl of creamy kheer sprinkled with crushed pistachios. The aromas filled the space like a gentle celebration. She'd spent hours preparing everything, her hands steady and her heart full of hope. Dressed in a deep blue shower kameez, the one Ali had always said brought out the stars in her eyes, she touched up her hair and added a delicate spray of her favorite rose and musk perfume. She checked the time. It was just after 7. Any moment now, she thought. Any moment. But as the minutes slipped by, the candles grew shorter, and the silence in the apartment began to feel heavier. By 9:15, the food had cooled untouched, and the soft glow of the evening had dulled. Then her phone buzzed on the counter. She answered quickly, her voice warm with expectation, but Ali's voice on the other end was distracted, almost distant. "Hey, I'm really sorry. Something came up at work. There's a deadline I can't miss. I won't make it tonight." The word struck like a sudden chill. She paused, holding the phone to her ear, trying to keep her voice steady. "Okay," she said after a breath. "Just come home when you can." After the call ended, the apartment felt emptier than ever. She began to clear the table quietly, her movements slow, wrapping each dish carefully and storing it away. One by one she extinguished the candles, their smoke curling into the air, mingling with the scent of jasmine and something sadder. She changed into an old kurta, wiped off her makeup and settled on the couch, pulling a blanket around herself. She didn't want to cry. She just wanted sleep to come quickly. But just before midnight, her phone rang again. Groggy, she reached for it. The number was unfamiliar, but she answered. A voice on the other end, polite and professional, greeted her. "Good evening, ma'am. I'm calling from the front desk of the Pearl Continental Hotel. We believe you may have left a scarf in the lobby, near the elevators on the 3rd floor. It was listed under Mr. Ali's name." Zara sat up, confusion rushing in. "I think there's a mistake," she replied slowly. "I haven't been to your hotel." There was a brief pause. "Oh, I'm sorry. We just assumed it belonged to you since it was logged under Mr. Ali's name. Should we hold it for him?" The sound of her husband's name coming from a stranger, tied to a place she hadn't been, left her cold. "No," she said quickly. "I'll come by tomorrow." Sleep never came. Her mind spun in restless loops, haunted by doubts and memories, connecting old absences with new suspicions. By sunrise her path was clear. She dressed simply, no makeup, her hair pulled back, a quiet armor, and took a rickshaw through the waking city toward the hotel. The Pearl Continental loomed large and glittering under the morning light. At the front desk she introduced herself, voice even and calm. The receptionist nodded politely and brought out a plastic-wrapped floral scarf, one Zara had never seen before. The young woman, sensing something off, hesitated. "If you'd like to be sure, ma'am, we can show you the footage." Zara nodded. In a back office, she was shown grainy footage from the previous evening. There was Ali, in his familiar gray blazer, standing close to a woman with flowing dark hair. He handed her a bottle of wine, smiled, and they shared a laugh that felt far too intimate. Arms touching, they stepped into the elevator together. Zara watched in silence as the doors slid shut. She walked out of the hotel with the scarf in her bag and no tears in her eyes. Instead, she carried something sharper, a resolve that had taken root in the silence of the night. The rest of the day passed in quiet motion. She contacted a lawyer. She read the documents carefully. She signed her name with a steady hand. That evening, the apartment was bare of celebration. No candles, no food. Only a small silver-wrapped box sat on the table, glowing beneath the harsh overhead light. She waited. At 7:30, Ali stepped inside, loosening his tie, looking tired as usual. "Long day," he muttered, tossing his keys onto the counter. "You okay?" Zara didn't answer immediately. She gestured to the box. Open it, she said, her tone calm. He gave her a confused look but did as she asked. Inside he found a stack of papers. Divorce papers. His name and hers, her signature crisp and final. What is this? He asked, blinking. You missed our anniversary, she said, each word measured. 8 years. I cooked your favorite meal, lit candles, waited. You said it was work. But you were at the Pearl Continental. Room 312. The color drained from his face. Zara, I saw you, she interrupted. With her. The wine, the elevator. You weren't working. You were somewhere else. With someone else. He opened his mouth again, searching for words, but she was already picking up her bag. Keep the box, she said quietly. It's all you're getting. As she stepped out into the night, the sounds of the city rose around her. Horns, voices, the distant rhythm of prayer echoing through the streets. But inside Zara felt something new. Not anger. Not sorrow. Just freedom. She walked forward unburdened, into a life that finally belonged to her.